I'm not going to wear a scarf or use makeup to cover these. I'm not afraid to let people know I had a good Halloween. What would happen if you were a cop and a beautiful woman just turned you into a horrible cop? If you want to find out, then run. Don't walk, but run to the nearest theater that is showing Park Chan-wook's new film, Decision to Leave. All I can do is shake my head. What? I've seen, this is his 6th film that I've seen so far. Not one miss. Clear out of the parks. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance is beyond cinema. Old Boy is beyond cinema. The Handmaiden is a crazy mindfuck that is just so unbelievably good. Stoker's entertaining as hell. Lady Vengeance, I mean, as great of a film that is, I don't think I ever want to watch it again. It's just too dark for me. On the way over here, I was afraid of the 2-hour and 18-minute runtime because I was yawning, I was feeling tired, I woke up early today and couldn't go back to sleep, and I wanted to be fresh awake for this movie. Not that 2 hours and 18 minutes is an absurdly long runtime, but last night I watched a 95-minute movie and I was like, I wanted to be alert for this. Luckily, the film made me alert. You would have had to peel my dead body off of the seat. I was glued so hard. The script is absolutely insane. The one sentence summary: cop investigates woman for murders, and shenanigans ensue. The very weird and messy relationship that these characters form is some of the most engrossing shit I've ever seen in a long time. Sure, we've seen plenty of stories of cops and suspects starting to mingle. It's the goddamn directing and editing. The way this whole film is presented, it just never, ever stops. This isn't even really gonna be a review. It's just gonna be a few minutes of praise. Because obviously I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not really gonna get into the story. It's just me quickly rambling about how great this movie is. What is cinema if not messy scenarios? The editing, which should absolutely be the front runner for the Oscars, is just absolutely crazy and innovative. When the cop is, staking outside the suspect's apartment and it cuts to him standing in her apartment watching her, do her apartment things, even though he's across the street on another building. When she's thinking of him watching her and she's in his apartment or in his car, watching him do all this shit. It felt like I was there, part of the investigation, part of the mystery. Such little intricacies that define these characters so much. The way and how this woman gets kind of nervous about her Korean and she'll kind of laugh to herself, or if the cop says, something that she likes, she'll bite her lip, or when she's totally baffling the cop and he's just looking at her with her eyes wide open. It's absolutely hilarious. Or when when he tells his assistant to not buy an expensive lunch, and then 2 minutes later it immediately cuts to him buying him and the suspect the most expensive premium box lunch at whatever restaurant, and he's like, motherfucker. These characters were amazing. The script was amazing. The editing was amazing. So many visual callbacks, especially in Untied Shoelace. Oh my god, this movie was so amazing. I live in a major city, and it took a few weeks after its main release to get down here, so I feel so bad for the people who are anticipating this movie, who are so looking forward to it. You probably can't see it right now, unless you want to fly out 5 hours somewhere. Honestly, I would say it's worth it. Wherever you think this movie is going, you have no idea. Oh my god, The Handmaiden had 5 plot twists in it. Every time I was like, huh? Every time I thought something happened in this movie, it really didn't. But then once it finally was revealed, I was like, huh. I just love movies. I'm a fucking nerd, and The Batman might still be my favorite movie of the year. Only because Park Chan-wook doesn't need to impress me. Even though he does time and time again. Cape shit like Batman, needs to impress me. After slews and slews of mediocre comic book films, the Batman is just absolutely freaking crazy. Matt Reeves, I love that man. But again, Park Chan-wook doesn't need to impress me. Decision to Leave is an infinitely better film than The Batman. I guess if I would want to watch a movie between The Batman and Decision to Leave, I would probably watch The Batman. Because, I'm a loser, and there's some fun action in it. Please, 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 please nominate it for Best Picture, Director, Screenplay, Editing, Actor and Actress. If it doesn't get into International Feature, then what the fuck are you doing? What? It's the Academy, though, so, the Academy's always doing goofy shit. Not nominating great films.
Editor Tommy here. I forgot that Triangle of Sadness won the Palme d'Or at Cannes. Even though Decision to Leave won Best Directing, and Cannes has a rule about films not winning more than one award, because I guess they want to share the love, which is fine, I guess, but oh my god, Triangle of Sadness is Green Book compared to Decision to Leave. Thank God it won Best Directing, but I think that's still a really goofy decision.
If it manages to get anything outside of International Feature, I would be stoked. Cinematography? Why not? I would give that to The Batman, but nominate Decision to Leave. Come on. There are so many times when a character is looking at a phone and, you can see, the little speech bubbles, the camera's looking through the phone. The speech bubbles are covering the people's faces. One of the characters is, looking at a jar wrapped up in a doily, and the camera is looking through the doily, and it focuses, and the beautiful pattern is covering the camera. The way the cop is so clearly thinking about the suspect, and it focuses on his wedding ring, and the way the suspect is being interrogated by the cop, and she puts on her wedding ring and is holding it in front of him. It's just, visual storytelling is the best. And I don't know how they did this. There's kind of a short sequence where the man and the woman are sitting at the table, and he is interrogating her, and you can see their reflections in that sheeted window behind them. The two are sitting right here, and then the reflections are behind them. He's in focus, but she's out of focus, but her reflection is in focus. And then it would just seamlessly transition to where she's in focus, and then his reflection is in focus. I don't know how the fuck they did that. There were so many crazy transitions like that, where he's reading a transcript, and then his face swings into the shot, or they talk into their watches about how the other person makes them feel, and they're watching it happen as they're doing it. Just so creative. Gosh, I loved this movie. The best edited movie I've seen so far this year. Top 3 best written films I've seen so far this year. Just an absolute roller coaster of a film. My emotions were going all over the place. The second half of the film is definitely gonna turn off some people. It so fucking worked for me because, again, it did not take long to get right back into it, and more turns and twists in the story kept happening. That ending. When I tell you, I was really hoping it wouldn't end like that. I don't know how else it would have ended if it wasn't some cliche way. This film probably ends in one of the most unexpected ways you could ever imagine. As it was unraveling and I saw what was happening, all I could think about was that one guard from The Shawshank Redemption. Oh my holy God.
Oh, my holy God.
Oh my holy God. If it is playing anywhere near you, honestly, like an hour-long drive would be worth it. I swear. Unless you're like a little bitch baby who doesn't like subtitles, then I mean, whatever. Go see this movie. Enrich yourself in some enriching cinema. If it's not for the Batman, this is absolutely my favorite movie of the year so far. What the hell did you think of Decision to Leave if you've seen it? What is your favorite Park Chan-wook movie? I know your answer, Dylan. And when the title was dropped in the film, oh my gosh. I was just so sad. This is a very heartbreaking, messy, conflicting movie. The characters are so great. The cop has two, like, assistants throughout the film. Both of them are hilarious. His wife in the movie is hilarious. Wow, I just felt so deeply for the characters in this film. All right, that's enough. Keep watching movies, damn it. Ow.